I get it. Moving into your new home, it's exciting. You're ready to make it your own, start renovations, and bring your vision to life. But before you start knocking down walls or splurging on those dreamy upgrades, let's just talk about some common renovation regrets. Because the last thing we want to do is look back a year from now and think, why did we do that? So let's dive in and make sure you get it right the first time. I help my clients buy a home. One of the best moments is seeing their excitement as they picture all the ways they're going to make it their own. They start imagining renovations, picking out the furniture, planning on how to transform the space into their dream home. It's an incredible process. But here's the thing. Not every upgrade is a good investment. Some renovations sound great in theory, but end up being costly mistakes. People spend thousands of dollars on changes they later regret, either because they just didn't add value, they weren't practical, or they just didn't fit their lifestyle like they thought they would. In this video, we're discussing common home renovations that homeowners wish they had thought through. I'll walk you through some of the most common fumbles so you can avoid wasting time and money. And if you're getting ready to move into a new home or thinking about updates, then this video is perfect timing. And hey, if you're new to the channel, I'm Chris Carr, local Vancouver realtor, helping people just like you keep up to date with the market and avoid costly mistakes. And if these are the types of videos you want to see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. Number one on the list, the outdoor kitchen. Backyard kitchens, they sound incredible, right? You got your grill, a fridge, maybe even a built-in sink. During the pandemic, this idea blew up. But in the reality of things, most people barely use them, especially in places where the weather doesn't cooperate year-round. These setups end up just collecting dust while the maintenance costs pile up. So before you jump into building your outdoor oasis, ask yourself, am I really going to use this enough to justify the expense? And if you love hosting outdoor parties every weekend in the summer, maybe it makes sense. But if it's more of a nice to have idea, consider skipping it or just going with a smaller, simpler setup. Number two, the pool dilemma. Pools, they're fun, they're glamorous, and they also are expensive. Sure, your kids might love them now, but as they grow up, that excitement fades and you're left with skyrocketing insurance costs, pricey maintenance, and a feature that adds far less value to your home than you think. Here's the math. A pool might add 5 to 8% of your home's value. Pools will cost you anywhere from $60,000 to $250,000 to install. So on a $2 million home, if you go with a higher end concrete styles, because those will net you the most amount of interest if you do decide to sell, your maximum ROI is $160,000. That's a $90,000 loss. And that's not including the maintenance, which is in the neighborhood of say $1,800 to $2,500 a year. So at the end of the day, pools can be great if you actually use them, but be realistic about the long-term commitment and the costs involved. Number three on the list, open kitchen shelving. Open shelving in the kitchen looks amazing in photos, right? Perfectly curated dishes, glasses, plants lined up like a Pinterest dream. But let's be real, it's not always practical. These shelves, they sacrifice storage space and require everything to stay tidy and look picture perfect at all times. Plus, if you're storing items like pots, pans, or mismatched dinnerware, it just doesn't look good. Unless you're a minimalist or you're willing to keep up with the constant organizing, this trend is a lose-lose. And just see what people on Reddit have to say. Save yourself the hassle. Just don't do it. Number four on the list, the massive playground. Big wooden playgrounds look incredible in your backyard, especially when your kids are little. Slides, rock walls, swings, it's a childhood's dream. But here's the truth, kids grow up fast. One day they're using it nonstop, and before you know it, they're off playing sports, hanging out with friends, and that $5,000 structure, well, it just sits there. So before going all in, consider a small, more affordable option, or just make use of the local community park. You'll save a lot of money, and you won't have to figure out what to do with this massive unused playground later. Number five on the list, luxury appliances. When you move in, it's tempting to splurge on top of the line appliances. And let's be honest, do you really need a fridge that has a touchscreen that plays Netflix? Probably not. Stick with reliable, functional brands. Instead of chasing high-tech features you probably will never use. Save your money for updates that really matter, like improving the layout of your kitchen or adding more storage. Number six on the list, freestanding bathtubs. Freestanding tubs are gorgeous. They belong in a luxury spa, but in reality, they take up a ton of space. They're hard to clean and they rarely get used. Plus, if you have young kids, they're just not very practical for bath time. So before you install one, just because it looks nice, think about how much you'll actually use it and whether it fits your lifestyle. Number 7, garage conversions. Converting your garage into a living space might seem like a smart way to add square footage, but there's a downside. It often doesn't flow well with the rest of the house. And when it comes to sell, hey, buyers usually want a garage. You're potentially reducing your resale value and limiting your pool of buyers. If you need extra living space, consider doing a proper addition instead. Number 8 on the list, bedroom to closet conversion. Turning an extra bedroom into a walk-in closet might feel like the ultimate luxury. But here's the catch. When you sell, buyers want bedrooms. Most will see that conversion as a hassle they'll have to undo. So if you really need the extra space, keep it simple. Make it easy to convert back when the time comes. And if you're thinking of selling within the next few years, just skip it altogether. So if you're planning renovations, here's what you should do. Number 1, handle repairs first. Before dreaming up big changes, tackle anything that's broken or that needs immediate attention. Fixing these problems first ensures that you have a solid foundation for any of the upgrades that you plan in the future. Number 2, live in the home first. I always recommend living in the home for at least a year before considering any major changes. You'll learn what works, what doesn't, and how you actually use the space. Sometimes what feels like a must-do renovation at first ends up being unnecessary after you settle in. Number 3, start with high traffic areas. Focus on kitchens, bathrooms, living spaces first. These renovations will give you the most value and impact, not just for you, but for future buyers if you do decide to sell. Number 4, prioritize functionality. Beauty is great, but function is so much better. These upgrades will serve you every day and are often more valuable than cosmetic updates. Number 5, set a realistic budget. Whatever you think it will cost, add 20% as a buffer for those unexpected expenses. Trust me, surprises always come up. Also, when you're deciding what renovations need to be made to fit your lifestyle, remember this. Everything costs more money these days. Construction and renovations have always gone way over budget, even before inflation. Without a doubt, the unexpected will show up. If you think something will cost $10,000, plan for $12,000. If it's $1,000, plan for $1,200. Always have that buffer built in. Speaking from experience, been there, done that. It's a nightmare when products don't arrive, prices increase, or timelines just drag on. So plan for the worst and give yourself some breathing room. If you've made it this far, here are my final thoughts. Moving into a new home is exciting, but it's easy to get caught up in the moment and make decisions you will regret later. Be smart about your renovations and purchases and think long term. And hey, if you found this video helpful, leave a comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on what not to do when buying a home, and I'll see you in the next one.